Welcome to the MagiReco News. I'm MagiReco. No time for introduction because we have breaking news. Usually I don't do news about stuff that isn't new content, like new characters, new events or whatever. So why is it breaking news today? Why is this so important? Because something happened right now. They basically have put in a news section and then said, you know what, this new stuff that we're going to tell you about, it's going to happen in like an hour. So by the time you watch this video, it's going to be live already. What is this? So you know how last year, or actually it was last year, I almost thought it was 2 years ago, but it was only 1 year ago, that the first season of the anime aired and we got free 10 rolls for every weekend that the anime was airing. It's back, guys, it's back. The free 10 rolls are back, and that's why the main reason I'm making this video, just to let you guys know. But there's also some other stuff. There's some mirror ranking stuff, there's a new mirror gacha, some new mirror bags. We're going to talk about that as well. But to just talk about the free 10 rolls, how they're going to work is basically starting from today, on every Saturday and every Sunday, so the 2 weekend days, for the next 12 weeks, starting today, you're going to, when you log in, you will see a little icon appear above the icon that gets you to the gacha. That's going to notify you of like the free 10 rolls. So you click on that, you click on the gacha basically, and you go over to the premium gacha. This is the one that always is active, but you basically never want to roll it because the limited gacha or whatever current event gacha is running is basically always way better, and you always want to roll that. You basically never want to roll the premium gacha, but free rolls on it are pretty darn amazing. So you basically just go to the premium gacha and you have the golden button. The golden button just shows you that you've got a free roll. You click that golden button, you get a free 10 roll, and then you do the same thing the next day. Well, if it's Saturday, you do it on Sunday, and then you just wait for the next week to happen again, and then you do it again 2 times. 2 times a week for 12 weeks, that's 240 total rolls that you get, 24 10 rolls, which is kind of amazing. And of course, because this is the premium gacha, you have pity on the gacha, because of course you do. This is a good mobile game, not something like Fake Van Order. You have like the same rate, but no pity. Oh god. But what this means, you get 2 magical goals, 2 SSR magical goals guaranteed just because of pity, and of course you probably will get more depending on your luck. Of course it's the entire unlimited pool, so there are some characters in there you kind of don't want to get. People have been joking around that maybe Kokoro is maybe not that great. Kokoro might actually be the worst unlimited character in the game right now, in the pool. I'm not actually quite sure. Himika is also quite far down. Like, Himika is also not really useful at all. Shigure is also not that amazing. Like, there's some characters in there that maybe you probably don't want, but... And there's also something to note, there are some characters in there that are really goddamn fucking amazing. Like Mikage, I think Mikage is probably the best choice out there. If you still need a good character for mirrors, then Yosuru is also a really good choice. I say choice, you have to just get lucky. But yeah, some pretty good characters in there that you can get. Sai, if you want to do some charge strategy, Sai or Mitsune are both really amazing characters to get. So yeah, hopefully get some of those. However, that's not where it ends, because now, during this time, from now until the end of anime season 2, and by the way, the final anime season 2 episode will air on the, I think it's the 16th or something of September? It's sometime in September, basically, when the final episode airs of the 19th, there's us, the 19th, until the final episode of season 2 airs. During this time, from now until then, you will also get Mitama coins for the rare gacha, which usually you don't. Usually you don't get Mitama coins for the rare gacha, for the premium gacha, but now you do. And what do you do with these coins? Well, first off, you get these coins also for your free 10 roll. So you're also guaranteed 240 Mitama coins, and of course 200 Mitama coins buys you a free SSR. So you're guaranteed not just 2, but 3 SSRs just from the free rolls. And I think that's kind of amazing. So in the shop for that premium gacha, you don't actually buy just any unlimited character. You actually, in the special premium shop for the Mitama coins, you actually get a selection of characters that have been seen in the anime. Not all of them. Like, for example, some background appearances like Ikumi aren't in there, but most of the characters that appeared in the foreground at some point are in this gacha. And it also says that when season 2 airs, when new characters appear, they might get added to this as well. So if you don't want to immediately roll because you, immediately spend your Mitama coins for any of this, I mean, you probably shouldn't roll 200 times on the rare gacha right now anyway, but over the next few weeks, while you are steadily gaining more of these Mitama coins from the free 10 rolls, and if at some point you think to yourself, man, I don't really like these characters, you can just wait a little bit longer and see if maybe some other character gets added. Like, I know that Holy Alina probably will get added at some point. She's going to be in the story. Kanagi is already in here, which is weird because she wasn't on screen yet. She was just on the phone. But yeah, just more characters that are going to appear in Season 2 are probably going to get added to this as well later. And while the final episode airs on the 19th of September, the shop lasts until the 26th. So you can always, you have like 1 week where the shop is finalized, where you can think about what you want to get. And so the characters that are currently in there, are the following. So these are the characters that are in the current Mitama coin shop for the premium gacha, which is going to become important in a few weeks when with the free 10 rolls you've got enough Mitama coins for this. The characters are Holy Mami, Mifuyu, Toka, Alina, Reina, Momoko, Kanagi, Mitama, Tsukuyo, Sayaka, Mami, Kyoko, Ren, Mayu, Kanae, Tsukasa, Kaede, Mel, Sana, and Felicia. That's the characters that are currently in here. And this is basically it so far for the 10 rolls. I've talked enough about this, but it's very important because if people miss their 10 rolls or accidentally do the wrong stuff with their Mitama coins, it would be really sad. So make sure you do the most of it. And also, you can't hold on to these 10 rolls. You have to log in during Saturday and Sundays and actually do these rolls. And of course, it has to be after the reset. So, for example, for me, I'm in Europe, so, basically Central Europe. The daily reset for the Saturday is on Friday. Friday at 16 o'clock. That's basically where the reset is for me in Europe. But whatever. Moving on to something else, because this is not all we need to talk about. There's a new Mirrors bag, because guess what? Mirrors ranking is soon. But there's a new Mirrors bag. It costs 300 paid gems. These have to be paid gems, so gems that you bought with real money. In there you get the usual stuff, some materials, who cares? But also you get once again a free SSR ticket, where you have a small selection of characters that you can select, and you will not just get that character, but also a Destiny gem for the characters. You basically get them at 2 slots. The selection for the characters that you can pick for this, it's a bit weird. I guess it's just characters that are like okay for Mirrors, even though most of these really aren't okay for Mirrors in my opinion. But anyway, the selection of characters that you can get are Mifuyu, Mitama, Shizuka, Sudachi, Yosuru, Mami, Kyoko, Kokoro, Hana, and Sayoki. Only Sudachi is actually viable for good ranking, maybe Mifuyu as well, but most of these, I guess if you're doing hardcore ranking, these aren't really that important. But if you just want any of these characters at with 2 slots, then sure, you can do this. There's also a lower bag that costs like regular gems, like non-paid gems, like 50 normal gems. At least I think it's normal gems. I'm not sure. It's just a bunch of materials. Like, these don't matter anyway. Moving on though, there's also some other stuff. There's going to be a gacha. Oh, what is that gacha? Well, it's just another Memoria gacha. So, we've just had a Memoria gacha, this is another one, although there's 2 phases. The first phase lasts for only a few days, and the second phase also only lasts for a few days. And the first phase, you have to pick 4 Memoria out of these, and every single foster Memoria that you draw on this gacha will be either of those 4 that you've chosen, and then here's the second pool down here. It's basically not worth it. Unless you somehow have every single character in the game already at 4 slot, like you're a whale, then this might be really awesome to get some of those Memoria, like more of those Memoria that you might need. But apart from that, if you're free to play, I don't see any reason specifically to draw on these, simply because it's just, even with these restrictions of, hey, you're only gonna get one of these 4 Memoria when you get a foster Memoria, even with that, it's not efficient enough in my opinion to draw on this, unless you like get really lucky. Unless you really think, oh, I'm gonna be really lucky, I can feel it, I can casino, let's go. Unless you're one of those players, then yeah, I don't think this is gonna be that worth it. But if you want to ask me how good some of these are, Kindness is good. Those 2 Flamme Memorias for Iroha and Yachi are pretty good. Itoka Memoria is actually really good. This one up here, this Gremlin Memoria is pretty good. I say Gremlin, it's not Hinano, but you also know the Gremlin. There's too many Gremlins in this game. What else do we have? Yatsumagi. Dream Memoria is decent, I think. It's not. That's better ones. Negotiator is also quite alright down here. Pride is pretty good. Meteorrain, of course, the best memoria in the game, definitely. Bible is still pretty alright. Apart from that, I think the Grace with Asta up here is also quite alright. So yeah, there's some in here that are pretty good. Like the selection is actually pretty good this time. You can probably select someone that you want, but like I said, if you're free to play, probably doesn't matter. Like even if you really need memoria, you might think twice about your chances of actually getting what you want. But I guess it's not completely useless, right? Also, the next Mirror's ranking is happening on the 5th. It's only like 2 days from now. Actually, it's 3 days. It's like 3 days from now the next Mirror rankings is going to happen. And this is the first Mirror ranking where the new rule change is going to be in effect, where now, or rather rule addition is going to be in effect, where you now also get bonus points if you... for the highest amount of charge points that you have reached in the battle, if it is at least 5 or above, you get bonus points as well. So yeah, that's pretty good. If you don't have a this is a strategy, by the way, that you should only do like actually trying to get bonus points from charge is only something that you should do if you specifically have a team that works really well with this. If you're free to play, it's going to be really hard to actually make this work. If you're free to play in general, Mirror's rank is getting harder and harder each year, which, to be fair, I don't mind, because it's all just prestige, right? You don't actually get a benefit from placing higher, right? Actually, for the very first time ever, they've made a change to this, and I want to quickly mention this. They haven't given us too much information about this, but apparently, now, for the very first time ever, the better you place, the better stuff you actually get. Usually you used to get the same stuff, no matter if you place in D tier or if you place in S rank, you still get the same stuff, right? You just have to win a bunch of battles, and you can just win against solo Kuros or whatever and still get the same amount of stuff. But now if you place higher, and this doesn't mean the star count, I think it's just the rank, like D, C, B, A, or S. It doesn't matter if it's S3 or S1, if you just get a higher base ranking, you get some stuff. Now what is this stuff? Apparently you're getting an item, or like an amount of item, a resource basically, that you can use to buy memoria. Apparently you can use this to buy super powerful memoria. I assume it's just gonna be like unlimited 4-star memoria, maybe even limited 4-star memoria that have proven themselves to be pretty powerful. There might be an extra shop just for these, and you can buy these memoria with this new currency, and you get more of this currency the better you place. So now placing in S rank instead of placing on D rank actually does get you better stuff. But however, like I said, they haven't really told us enough about this. They have at least told us that this resource carries over between ranked mirrors. So if now you get like 5 of this resource and you need like 10 for something, you can just wait until the next mirrors ranking and then get more of this, apparently something like that. But yeah, they haven't really given us too much information about this other than it's actually gonna matter now. It's actually going to matter now. They also added the function that you can hide the Mirror's ranking emblem on your profile if you got D rank or whatever and you feel really sad about that. I think in your profile button you can now just disable that and it doesn't show anymore. However, people that if you go to support screen and you see someone who's hiding their Mirror's rank, most people are going to assume that's like a D rank player, right? So, however, that's pretty interesting. Also keep in mind that the higher rank, or just in general, rankings depend on a percentage of players. Like the top 20% or whatever, I don't know the exact numbers, but like the top X% of players get into S rank, and then it's like the next 20% players get A rank or whatever. What this basically means is that there can only be so many people in S rank. If only 500,000 people can be in S rank and 1 million people want to be in S rank, only half of those are gonna actually be able to make it. So now with these changes in there, now with people actually wanting to get into S rank, it's gonna get harder. If you in other Mirror's rankings thought to yourself, man, S rank is so easy, S rank is so easy, chances are S rank was easy because no one gave a shit. If no one gives a shit, it's really easy to get into S rank. Now that people give a shit, it's gonna be a lot harder to get into S rank. So keep that in mind as well. It's ranking mirrors just suddenly both got a lot more interesting, but a lot more difficult as well. So yeah, changes like this. If these changes are going to be actually good or bad for the game, I don't know yet. We are going to actually need to see how it works out. Like, maybe you only get like 10% more resources in S rank than over A rank, for example. If it's only like 10% more resources, then it's like, whatever. But if it's like twice as much or 3 times as much, then it's like, maybe not. And maybe the memoria you get in the shop are terrible, and then it doesn't matter anyway. So yeah, we actually need to check this out once it goes live. But for now, for now, just keep in mind that maybe you do actually want to get into S rank. Why did I tell you guys this? Now it's going to be harder for me to get into S rank as well, because now you guys are going to be trying. The stuff I do, I hurt myself just to help you guys. But yeah, that's about it. There's nothing really else going on here. This is just the news that, yeah, it's gone live. Yeah, of course it's gone live. It's gone live right now. Go into the game, get your free 10 rolls, and keep doing this for, tomorrow as well, and then the next few weeks as well, every Saturday, every Sunday for the next 12 weeks. Get your free 10 rolls. Make sure that you do really badly in Mirror's ranking so I get an easier S rank. And I'll see you guys next time. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell.